have a whole list of random things I need to get done around the house today, and I honestly have no idea how much of it I'm actually going to get done. I need to run to the store to get a few groceries. I want to paint our bathroom door, and hopefully I can finally put up those ceiling tiles. And my granddad is supposed to come by today and change out a couple of our ceiling fans and check that one ceiling light in the kitchen and make sure there is no electrical issues. But he told me to call him this morning and remind him, and he has already left the house, so I can't get him on the phone. So maybe he will remember to come by here. So y'all come along with me and we will see what all we can get accomplished today. I'm gonna wear these earrings instead because I just was not feeling the other ones. So, of course, I had to stop by Marshall's first because y'all know that is my favorite store. And they have some of the cutest stuff. And they have a lot of fall stuff out right now, which really makes me wish I kind of still done the seasonal decorating thing. But I don't really do much of that anymore. And these are the cutest little coffee syrup dispensers. I'm really hoping I can make me like a tiny little coffee bar somewhere in the kitchen eventually. But y'all, I just love Marshall's handcrafted in India stuff. Anywhere from like the purses they have to the home decor and the kitchen stuff. Like, I love the handcrafted in India line they have. They also have really cute coffee mugs, so I always have to go through the coffee mugs and see what they have anytime I stop in there. I just left Target. My granddad called when I was in there and he's like, where are you at? And I'm like, in Andalusia. And he said, did you forget I was coming by? And I said, well, no, you said this afternoon, because it was just like 11. I said, you said this afternoon. I said, I tried to call you this morning, but I couldn't get you on the phone. He was like, well, I have left my phone in the van because he helps build ramps and stuff for people in need through their church. He must have changed his cell phone number. He does that all the time, and I don't have that cell phone number, but I tried calling the house phones. He just said that he would come back around 3 o'clock, and I was like, great, that works out better because Ethan is hanging out napping with the dogs at home, and I still have to go to Walmart and buy some groceries. And y'all, I'm excited because I got some goodies at Marshall's. I'm gonna show y'all as soon as I get home. But now we're gonna head to Walmart and I am gonna get a few groceries, and there's a couple other things I need to get for the upgrades around the house today. So we will be home in just a little bit, and once I get home I want to kind of clean up around the house a little bit because I'm sure my granddad's wife Linda is probably going to be coming with him, and I just want to pick up the house a little bit. I'm not going to worry about washing dishes or anything like that, but I do want to kind of clean up and make it look nice, and at least make the couch look presentable, you know what I mean? So those of you that seen the video of my couch, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But hopefully I can get this done and get home and get on some things before he gets there. It actually ended up being a good thing that it was moved until 3, because he told me when he got here that he was actually exhausted around lunchtime, and if he had to do it, then he didn't know if he would have been able to hold out. So it's a good thing that I was not home when he came by the first time. I'm out of Walmart now, and I'm about to head home. And y'all, little rant. Usually I order my groceries online, and I just do everything in order, and I pull around to the side, they put it in my vehicle, I don't go to the store. However, this past month, I have went in there like 3 times, maybe, if not 4. It feels like it's at least 80 degrees in that store every time I go in there. And it makes me so upset for those poor workers. I'm literally just walking around shopping for like 40 minutes. They're in there working like 8-hour shifts, and it's this hot. And we've got like 105-degree heat index. And they think it's just okay to have the air conditioner on 80 degrees. And these poor workers are in there trying to work in this mess. I always do self-checkout. And the girl that was at self-checkout, you know, just monitoring and walking around and stuff, I was at the one on the very end, and there was a little fan attached. And her and one of the other workers would like occasionally walk over there and stand in front of the fan every time they would make laps around, because it's so hot. And that is not fair to them at all. I mean, it's not fair to your customers, you know what I mean, to be shopping. Like, as soon as I get in there, and I remember why I hate coming in there, because it's been so hot lately, I want to leave. But of course, the poor workers can't leave. They're there for hours, and that's not right at all. Like, somebody could, you know, you think, okay, well, 80 degrees, whatever, you can handle 80 degrees. I don't like 80 degrees. That's too hot for me. But as somebody who used to clean my church, and the air wouldn't be left on, so when I would get there, I would have to turn the air on. Even just trying to work and use exertion, trying to clean and do things, it gets hot real fast. And then, you know, like I said, it's 105 heat index out here. Somebody could have a heat stroke or heat exhaustion. That's not good at all. I'm really considering emailing somebody with Walmart and complaining. Not that it would necessarily do anything, you know what I mean, but I think at least something needs to be said. I reached out to my friend and was telling her how hot it is every time I come in there, and she agreed. She's like, I do my grocery shopping over there, and it's ridiculously hot in there. So I don't know. Do y'all think I should email somebody and say something? I don't even know if they'd care to do anything, but at least something would be said. This is my Marshall's haul, and this is Ethan's shirt that I got him. Hopefully it's long enough, but it's an extra large. Ethan's, he used to be closer to 6'5". Now I would say he's closer to 6'4", because I think his neck and back injury shrunk him just a little bit. He's tall anyway. But this shirt was marked down to $2, so hopefully it fits him. I'm gonna let him try it on here in a minute. The next, I love the handcrafted in India stuff, like all the handcrafted in India stuff, but I really love their beaded purses. I showed y'all the white and blue one that I got last time, and I was going back because I bought an outfit, and I was like, oh, the pink and coral one would look so cute with this, but it was sold out. But anyway, they were having like a super good clearance on their beaded purses, and this was originally $39. $39.99, and I paid $10 for it. So it's a little lemon. It's cute. And I don't know if y'all know who Jimmy Choo is, but he's a designer, and he has what's called crystal bucket bags, and they're very, very expensive, but they're so pretty. But I got this, and it's kind of like an alternative to that, and it's got the little faux rhinestones in the front. And it's got, oh, I didn't realize that was missing a crystal, but it's okay. This was the only one they had left. And then it just opens like this, but I paid $24.99, so not bad at all, because the designer Jimmy Choo bags are like $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, I think. Air Connection soft thread cashmere and vanilla, and if you like the EOS cashmere and vanilla lotion, this smells just like it, so I know this is going to pair really, really well with that. And I've got an hour and 15 minutes to tidy up the house till my granddad gets here, and I need to pop my phone on the charger real quick because it's on my battery. The dishes need to be washed, but I'm not worrying about that right now. We'll tackle that later on. There's not man walking around Joel's house. Yeah, that goes in that. So I've been using the Dove Bond Strength hair mask I was telling y'all about, and it doesn't come off on camera, y'all, but it is really damaged from the heat, from the bleach. I picked up this shampoo and conditioner from Dove. It's the same line as the hair mask, so hopefully this will repair my hair pretty soon. Also picked up the L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist. I don't usually buy L'Oreal products, but a lot of people have been raving about this all over the internet, so I figured I'd try it and wanted to see how well it works compared to the Milani setting spray. Y'all are okay. I know, y'all wanted to see Mom. I'm sorry. Oh, what's going on more now, what y'all? Oh, get him.
Ready, Moo? Ready, Moo?
Get him. Get him.
Moo.
Beat him.
Moo.
Alright, we got him. Alright,
Moo, you ready? Come look.
Whoop him. Whoop his tail. Whoop him. They get on your nerves. Mine too. Get him. Let me get him. Get him. Keep it.
Too slow for the last.
Let me get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Oh my God. Yes, this ceiling fan looks so bad, and I should have gotten to it way before now, but this is one of the ceiling fans that are being changed out today. And the light on this fan has not worked since we installed it in this room. I guess when we removed it from one room and brought it into this room, they laid it on the floor, and I think when they did, it kind of messed up the electrical going to the light, and the light on that ceiling fan has not worked since then. So I didn't really care about getting it completely clean because I knew that it was coming down. I just wanted it to look a little bit better and not get dust all over them when they were trying to take it down. That one we're opening right now, this one right here, is the one that is going in that room, and the other one is going in the kitchen, and it is basically almost just like the one that is already in there. So this one and the other one are pretty much exactly alike, except we found out when we were installing the other one that it is actually just a teeny tiny bit smaller than this one, but that's okay. We were able to change some things around and get it. But for some reason, this is supposed to be a ceiling fan and a light in one, and it is controlled all by a remote. Well, not long after we installed that one, for some reason, the ceiling fan part just quit working. So, oh, and if y'all seen that one video where I was talking about I was cleaning that light last time and something got messed up and it was sitting all lopsided, we figured it out. Apparently one of the screws had come undone from that little bracket thing that they're working on right there. And so it was just sitting lopsided. That's what was wrong with it. But I did have my granddad check where the ceiling tiles are in the really dark spots. And he said that he remembered that that was caused by a prior light that whoever had before us had that installed. But we don't have any problems in there, no electrical problems or anything like that going on, so we're good to go on that, thankfully, because we have had some electrical problems here and we have redone a lot of the electrical in this house already. So they were able to get that put up. This right here is where we discover that the bracket that was on the old one was too big for this one. So luckily this one did come with it, and it was like, I don't know, maybe like half an inch too big on each side. So we were able to switch that out real quick. And right here you just see me putting together the remote, because like the old one, this is all remote controlled. The one in the bedroom is also completely remote controlled. We've actually had both of these lights sitting in our closet for probably I'd say at least 3 or 4 years, and just have kept putting them in. But I'm so glad that we did get those done the other day. I have the sound turned completely off on these videos because two of our dogs are going crazy because they do not like for us to get visitors. If we ever have visitors, which is super rare, they have to go up because they're not well socialized. They do not want other people in the home. We have one that he does okay, but he's very standoffish and kind of skittish. But our two girls, they were in that room with us in their kennels, and we literally have to put blankets over their rooms, because if not, Sadie will go crazy at her kennel. But we decided to install the remotes on the wall, so that way we don't lose the remotes to the ceiling fan, because then we can't turn on and off the fan and the lights. I do get questions about our dog situation quite often, and I've answered it a couple of times before, but I know a lot of times y'all mostly just see me recording when Fudgy's out, and that is because we do a rotation. We have a dog that cannot be intermingled with the rest of our animals, unfortunately, so everybody is on a rotation schedule. Everybody gets equal time out. They get plenty of love from us, plenty of exercise, and here they're just hanging out with mama and daddy because we were all tired and we didn't want to do anything else. But these four are not in my videos as often, and the reason for that is because it's a whole lot less chaotic when there's just one dog out versus four. So when Fudgy's out with us, things are a lot more peaceful. I can do a lot more filming, versus when they're out, sometimes things can get just a little crazy or rambunctious. Plus, I have to really monitor them to make sure that everybody is getting along with each other, so there are no problems going forward. What you doing, Marie? What you doing? Maybe. Good morning, y'all. It is Sunday morning and we're getting ready to head to church. And I'm so excited because I have been missing my protein coffees. So yesterday I finally picked me up some of the Premier Protein cookie dough. This is my favorite flavor out of all the Premier Protein ones. If you haven't tried it, it's really good. And I'm not somebody who's really big on cookie dough, but I think this mixed in with a coffee flavor is delicious. Also, I will say, if you have tried this brand and you have tried the cinnamon roll, let me know your thoughts, because I think the cinnamon roll is the most disgusting one they have. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. The only thing I don't have is some ice. We ran out probably a week or two ago, But I'm gonna pick some up at the church today because I always just get ice from the ice maker at church. So after my granddad left yesterday, it was like 5:30. So we just fed the dogs and hung out with the dogs for a little while, and we didn't do anything else. And I think I way overestimated how much I could get done in a day, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to do a few things after we get home from church this afternoon. I know I've got to wash some dishes. I did half yesterday, but then after we fed the dogs, I cooked for us chicken parmesan, so I washed up some of those dishes too. So now I still got like half the sink left from yesterday, but that's okay, a little bit at a time so we don't get stressed out. That's what we're all about over here. I would rather stay consistent and have progress and do just a little at a time rather than rushing to get everything done and getting frustrated and worn out all by the time I finish it and not wanting to do it again for another 3-4 weeks. I did let my granddad know that I had planned soon to order a new shower faucet set. And he said just to let him know and he would come help us install it because we don't know how to do all that stuff. I have tried to install a shower head 3 times maybe, and it ends up falling apart. I don't know what to do wrong. I have no clue. I'm just gonna let him handle it. I do have the flooring and the primer for the floor. I have the vapor barrier. The only thing else I need to get for the bathroom is just going to be the trim. And I haven't exactly decided how I'm going to film the bathroom. I don't know if I'm just going to do it in segments as I go, or if I'm just going to film a little bit as I go and keep the footage, and then when it's all done, put it all together for you guys. But I'm hoping I can do the trim at the same time I do the floor. And I'm a little nervous about that because we have a saw that we bought. Is it a sawzall? I don't know. Reciprocating saw, maybe. I don't know the difference. Anyway, we have one I bought a while back, and I've used it one time to put in that door. It doesn't look great, but I was very proud of myself. But I have never attempted angular cuts. I don't know if either one of us have ever attempted angular cuts for the trim to like join in the wall. So we'll see how that turns out. And I was telling y'all I wanted to try to paint the bathroom door, but what I did forget at Walmart was wood filler. So I'm probably going to, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna wait on that because I need to cut off the dry paint around the door trim on the inside so I can go back through it and like caulk it and make it look nice and seamless and stuff. So I think I might wait on the bathroom door. So I decided I want to use my little lemon purse today. So I'm just gonna change a few things over. I'm not changing everything over. This is my pretty much everyday purse. I love me a crossbody purse. Look, those are my favorites. I usually don't even like little handheld bags, but lately I've been kind of getting into it. It's tiny in there, so it definitely won't fit much, which is perfectly fine. I'm gonna take my wallet. Completely out of hand sanitizer. No, she's not sitting here waiting for you. Here we go. I'm hiding. Go pee pee. And I'm just gonna take my lip gloss and my chapstick, and I think that'll be it. Usually I like to make sure I have my lotion, but we do have lotion at church if I have to go to the bathroom or wash my hands or anything. Okay, so this is the fit today for church. And I know my little lemon purse doesn't go that well with my dress, but I don't really have any like lime green or yellow that matches. I have one dress, but I feel like it's a little too tight. So, and I was telling y'all about this yesterday, the EOS vanilla cashmere and the Bare Connection of cashmere and vanilla, and these pair really well together. I feel like this has a slightly alcohol smell when you first spray it. It's really light, but it dries down in a few minutes. It goes away and it just completely blends in. So I do think that this is going to be a good combination. Okay, so I don't really feel like doing much of anything today, but what I do want to get done is these little paws are keepsakes. This one is my Reese's that passed a few years ago, and this one was a little puppy named Sammy. We believe he was dumped off at the church literally like maybe 2 weeks after Reese had passed. And I could tell, I had him up there at the church. I couldn't bring him home because of our other dogs, and I could tell something was wrong with him. Like, I felt like he had parvo. And I took him, and of course he was just so sick, and he did end up being put to sleep. And I told my husband he wasn't ours, you know, but we buried him here with ours. And in a way, I feel like he was family, you know, even if it was just for a few hours. But this is his little paw print, and these are, as you see, they are kind of breaking off and chipping a little bit. So I picked up some sealer at Walmart yesterday, and I want to try to seal these as best as I can, so hopefully they can last for just a little bit longer. So I was really hoping we would get some more stuff done this weekend, but you know what? That's life. Sometimes things come up, and sometimes you just end up not wanting to, and that's okay. I have always struggled with wanting things done exactly when I want them done, and if I get an idea in my mind, I want it done right then. So that has been something I have been relearning lately, is everything doesn't have to happen all at one time. It's okay to take small steps. It's okay if sometimes you just want to wait and put something off for a little bit, and that things don't have to be absolutely perfect, because I have always struggled with perfectionism. So this is Mod Podge, and this is the matte clear acrylic sealer. I thought about getting the liquid kind, but my concern was this is already breaking apart so bad. I just didn't know how well it would do with, you know, trying to run a paintbrush over it and stuff. Let me let me open a window real quick. I'm gonna let this sit for just a little bit. Then once it dries, I'm gonna flip it so I can do the back, and then I'm probably gonna do at least 1 or 2 more layers, because I want this to be really sealed, because I do not want to lose these little keepsakes. So when we had them taken to the vet, this is something that they offered to do. So basically, if you don't know what this is their little paw print in a piece of clay. So if you don't know what this is a piece. So if you don't know what this is their little paw print in a piece of clay before we left the vet's office for the last time. So I want these to last as long as they absolutely can. Unfortunately, I think I have ruined these. I tried to pick this one up and it completely crumbled over here. So I do not know what I'm going to do. But anyway, I guess I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.